Welcome to this lesson on the shell method, a powerful technique in Calculus 2 for finding volumes of solids of revolution. The core formula we will be mastering is volume equals 2 pi times the integral from a to b of x times f of x dx. Let's see how this works. So, what exactly is the shell method? Unlike the disk or washer methods, which slice the solid perpendicular to the rotation axis like slicing a loaf of bread, the shell method builds the solid from thin, concentric cylindrical layers. Imagine the layers of an onion or a roll of paper towels. We calculate the volume of each thin layer or shell and add them all up. Let's look at a single shell. It is essentially a hollow cylinder with 3 key dimensions. First, the radius r, which is the distance from the center axis to the shell wall. Second, the height h, which is how tall the shell is at that point. And third, a very tiny thickness, which we call dx. These 3 parameters are all we need to find its volume. To understand the volume formula, imagine taking that hollow cylinder, cutting it vertically, and unrolling it flat. It becomes a rectangular slab. The length of this rectangle is simply the circumference of the original cylinder, which is 2 pi r. The height remains h, and the thickness is still dx. Now, calculating the volume is easy. Since it's basically a rectangular box, the volume is length times height times thickness. Substituting our variables, we get 2 pi r times h times dx. This simple geometric intuition is the foundation of the entire method. To get the volume of the entire solid, we fit many of these shells inside the curve, from the center outwards. This creates a Riemann sum. As we make the shells thinner and thinner, the number of shells goes to infinity, and our approximation becomes exact. This sum turns into an integral. And here is the final formula. The total volume V is the integral from a to b of 2 pi x times f of x dx. Here, x represents the radius, and f of x represents the height. This particular form is used when we are rotating a region around the vertical y-axis. The 2 pi comes from the circumference formula. Let's try an example. We want to find the volume of the solid formed by rotating the region under the curve y equals 2x minus x squared, bounded by y equals 0, around the y-axis. Step 1 is always to sketch the region so we can see what we are working with. Here is our graph. We draw a representative vertical rectangle at a distance x. When rotated around the y-axis, this rectangle generates our shell. The radius of this shell is simply x. The height of the shell is the value of the function 2x minus x squared. We will integrate from x equals 0 to x equals 2. Now we plug these into our formula. Volume equals the integral from 0 to 2 of 2 pi times the radius x times the height 2x minus x squared dx. Before integrating, it helps to distribute the x into the parentheses, giving us 2x squared minus x cubed. We can pull the 2 pi out front. The antiderivative of 2x squared is 2/3 x cubed. The antiderivative of x cubed is 1/4 x to the 4th. We evaluate this from 0 to 2. Plugging in 2, we get 16/3 minus 4. After simplifying the fractions, our final answer is 8 pi over 3. To wrap up, remember the key difference. If your representative rectangle is perpendicular to the rotation axis, use the disk or washer method. But if your rectangle is parallel to the rotation axis, like we saw today, use the shell method. This is often much easier when rotating around the y-axis because you don't have to rewrite your function in terms of y.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.